and we're joining you live from Gioffre Chiropractic Wellness Center.
Good morning.
This is an active wellness center. As you can probably hear, the phone is ringing, and we're actually okay with that.
Yes.
Because we want you to see what this is like in real life. So welcome to Get Off Your Acid TV live with Dr. Daryl Gioffre.
Hey everybody, welcome. And I have one thing to say about that, which is that it's never going to be perfect in your life.
Nothing is ever perfect.
It's never going to be perfect in your health, and if you're waiting for it to be perfect, it's the quickest way to sabotage your health.
Well, how many times do we say, oh, I'm going to do a New Year's resolution, and I'm going to lose 20 pounds, or I'm going to this, or I'm going to that, and then we stop because we can't do it perfectly, and we stop completely.
Right.
So we wanted to start off, I'm going to move things. I'm going to move things around. I'm going to do things as we go along. We're going to come to you almost every week at almost this time. We're trying to work that out. I mean, things happen.
Right.
This is
Life
what happens.
happens.
It's life, and we don't want to be married to a schedule and not do the well care and take care of ourselves. And you can always watch this later on. We love that you're watching live, and we would love you to continue watching live and share us.
Yes.
But you can watch this later on. This is supposed to be a resource for you. For me, especially, I mean, this is a selfish reason I'm doing this. I get insider information every single week. But we tried to do this every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. Things come up. You know what's happening today? Dr. Daryl today will be going over his book, brand new book that comes out in January with his publisher.
January 9th.
We can't change that. They need to talk to him. This book needs to come out. Life gets in the way sometimes. So today especially, we wanted to talk about how life can get in the way, but I wanted to specifically ask Dr. Daryl, what can we do when life gets in the way to keep ourselves and our health on track? For me in particular, last week we skipped a week, but we skipped a week for a good reason. Daryl was prepping, Dr. Daryl, I can't even call him Daryl.
Oh, please.
He was prepping for our 2-day live group detox. It was intense. It was amazing. If you haven't done it, you have no idea what you're missing. I am clean. Yes, I cheated a little bit on the weekend. It was a birthday for my friend Kelly. I did have a margarita, but
the detox wasn't on the weekend.
The
The
detox
detox was Wednesday and Thursday. We strategically did it the week after Thanksgiving for the whole purpose of is what happens during Thanksgiving. All right? Everybody's having acid-forming foods and having fun, and everybody has stress, whether it's good or bad. Your body doesn't know any different, and I say this time and time again.
You do.
There's nothing more acid-forming in your body than stress. It outweighs anything you can eat or drink 1,000,000 times to 1. So it's important to have something like this. Listen, Joan, we know 2 days. It's easy. It's like, who can't do 48 hours? The best part is you go through day 1, and then all of a sudden you're on day 2, and it's over that day. You know, the difference with the 7-day cleanse is when you get to day 2, it's like, oh, I have 4, 5, 6 days more to go.
Right.
And that's a whole other thing, which we'll be talking about soon, because we're doing the next 7-day cleanse coming in January, which I'm so excited about. 2 different things. But what's amazing about the 2-day detox is it's quick. It doesn't take a lot of time.
Right.
It's powerful. It's effective. And anybody can do it. It's raw.
Yeah.
You're not fasting. You're not juicing, the entire time.
No.
You're putting whole food, organic food, natural food, alkaline food into your body.
Yeah.
We have amazing detox smoothies that we do in the morning.
I still do it every day.
And they're amazing. They take 5 minutes to make. These are smoothies that we don't have on our cleanse or our other recipe ebooks. These were made specifically for the 2-day detox. We have different raw soups for lunch. And again, up here in New York where it's cold, well, not so cold today, if you don't want to make a raw soup, we also have one hot soup. But I love raw. The reason why raw is so good is that it's enzyme active. You have the enzymes in the food so that your body doesn't need to use its own energy, its own enzymes to break down food. And that's what's beautiful about a plant-based diet. The food does all the work for you. And then you have an amazing salad, an alkaline salad that's loaded with, herbs and spices and healthy fats. People think that when you want to lose weight that you should stay away from fat. And it's the biggest mistruth. You need to eat fat, but the right fats. Because you have to understand this. There are fats that heal, and there are fats that kill. So when you put the healthy fats into your body, what you'll find is that your body literally becomes a fat-burning machine. And added to that, we did the alkaline supplements, the daily greens, the daily minerals, and it was just an amazing 2 days, and people loved it.
When I didn't, the first day, I did not do enough of the greens. And I texted Chelsea, who is Daryl's wife. Hi, Chelsea. I'm sure she's watching us. She said to me, did you pound your greens? And I said, I forgot. No,
How could you forget, Joan?
I know. I forgot.
It's the most important part.
Who's with him all the time talking about this, and I forgot. Then the minute I started doing more of them that day, I felt better. Because I didn't feel 100%. I've had a cold. We've talked about this. I've had a cold for a couple of weeks now. What did you say to me yesterday?
Is it a cold or are you detoxifying?
Right. And
right.
What else did I say?
What Joan didn't talk about was the months of stress that she was going through and all of the sugar and ice cream that she was eating. And again, Joan has really stepped it up, and I want to acknowledge her because she's really, I've known her from the beginning, over a year now, and where she's come from and where she's gone to. And again, there's no limit to that. It's about progress. It's like we can always be better. But Joan went through a couple of months where, she had a lot going on and she was doing more of these acid foods. And we talk about things in the moment, which is, I feel like crap right now. When I say crap, why do we feel crappy? C-R-A-P. It's from completely refined and processed foods. So in the moment she felt like that, but what she didn't talk about was that was all the bad stuff coming out from the previous couple of months.
Yeah.
And what do we say? Better out than in.
Yes.
So that's the beauty about detoxification, is that you're getting this stuff out, and it's always not going to be comfortable. It's always not, I'm going to feel great, I'm going to feel energized, but there is light at the end of the rainbow, is that if you continue to detoxify and get this bad stuff out, energy will soon be the result, the outcome.
I like what you just said. There's energy at the end of the rainbow.
Well, I said there's light at the end of the rainbow.
Light at the end of the rainbow.
Light is energy, exactly.
But light at the end of the rainbow for me became all of the raw foods in every color.
And we call it the rainbow salad because literally when you look at foods, you want to incorporate plant-based foods, alive food, not dead food.
And organic, because it does taste different.
Everybody, if I could say one thing, you must demand organic. It is that important. Yes, I know it's a little bit more expensive, but you have to look at this as an investment in your health, because if it's not organic, you are guaranteed to be putting in pesticides, herbicides, fungicides, genetically modified foods. Literally, these things cause cancer.
And they don't have any taste.
And you got to avoid it.
They really don't have any taste. I made 2 different versions of the same soup. With organic, without organic, they taste completely different.
Yeah, and what's great about colors? Last night, I don't know if anyone saw the video, Chelsea, we just started giving our little Aaliyah, who's 7 months old, the cutest little baby. Yeah, we gave her these amazing purple sweet potatoes. And the colors really mean what that food is about. So dark colors, what does that mean? Antioxidants. What are antioxidants? They stop the body from oxidizing. What's oxidizing? Have you ever cut into an apple and it goes brown?
Yeah.
Well, you need to understand that that's happening inside your body. That's what inflammation is. Inflammation is acid, and acid is inflammation. People are getting sick and tired because they're inflamed, and we must start deflaming the body, and that starts by alkalizing. And these awesome, dark, purple color foods, they're amazing because they literally stop that oxidation from happening, and they literally make us younger.
And they're
pretty.
The best
thing. And they're pretty.
And they're pretty. Purple is pretty. I have on maroon today. But I came in yesterday to get adjusted, and I said to him, this cold or this sinus infection or whatever it is that I'm experiencing is not going away. Maybe I should go to urgent care.
I laughed.
Maybe I should go get on an antibiotic. He did. He laughed at me and said...
And then, I don't do it that often, but I really got serious with Joan.
Got very serious with me.
And I never tell people what to do. That's not my job. My job is to give information and let you decide, because that's it. Information empowers. Ask better questions. Right? Are you deficient in antibiotics? Do you need it? No. And again, this is just my opinion. This is based from everything that I've read and understand over years and years of research, is that my opinion is that the only time you should have an antibiotic, and again, I'm not giving you advice to what you should do in your life. This is something that you should be speaking with your health practitioner about. But I told Joan the only time you should ever have an antibiotic is if you're going to die. If you're at risk of dying, then have antibiotics. And thank God we have amazing medicine for that reason. It's for crisis care, everybody. It is not health care. Crisis care and health care are 2 different things. And let me give you an example. If you take somebody who's perfectly healthy, all right, perfect health, and you give that person a high blood pressure medication, is that going to make that person healthier or sicker?
Probably not healthier.
There's no probably. It will not. It's going to make them sicker.
Yeah.
So my question is how can you take somebody who has high blood pressure, give them a hypertensive medication, and make them healthier? You're not. All you're doing is chemically changing the body to make it think that it's healthier. And do we ever think that maybe the body raises blood pressure for a reason? Maybe your heart is actually working harder to get oxygen to the system because it needs to actually get more of this important element, which is the basically energizer of life, which is oxygen to the body. So why would we want to remove that very self-defense mechanism that the body put in place to save your life? Now, if you're at the risk of having a stroke, yes, maybe you need to take something, but still, be a health detective, figure out why your body raised the blood pressure, and get to the true cause. It's all about finding the true cause. So you don't have a deficiency of antibiotics. You need to get your immune system going. You need to get your energy moving. You need to get your body in a more alkaline state. And when you do that, your body will heal itself. You see, we are all self-healing, self-maintaining. We just got to stop poisoning the body and then give the body what it needs. Because when you break it down, there's 2 reasons why we get sick. There's 2 reasons why we get disease, and there's 2 reasons why literally cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's disease. Yes, this is probably going to be the most important thing I'll ever say. The reason why we get sick and why we're out of balance is because of deficiency and toxicity. Right? Deficiency, your body needs something that it's not getting. Toxicity means that there's crap and stuff in your body, chemical toxins, environmental toxins, dietary toxins, stress toxins that need to come out. So,
that was me.
Yeah, and if the plant gets when it starts to wilt or when it starts to kind of break down, what happens? What do you think of? Water.
Water it.
But what are most doctors going to do? Give you antibiotics. So Joan, you need to give your body more water, more sunlight, more nutrition. Maybe that soil needs to get detoxified from the gasoline that's running into the soil. So we have to start thinking of our bodies as a plant-based species, as an animal species. If the giraffe gets sick, you're not going to treat the giraffe. If a fish gets sick, you're not going to treat the fish. You're going to change the water. So we have to clean up the terrain. Your health is all about the terrain. It's not about a bug. We don't catch a cold, everybody. Oh, I caught it. I'm going to swallow it, and I'm sick. And that was the case. And a few times ago, remember when you were feeling under the weather?
Yes, and I said, hug me.
I'm like, hug me,
sick.
cough me. I mean, I adjust 50 people a day. I'm getting coughed on. I'm getting thrown up on. I'm getting breathed upon. I mean, all of these elements. And I'm not getting sick. And I'm not saying that as an impressive thing.
Knock on wood.
And the thing is,
but it's because you're taking care of your health.
The beautiful thing is that you don't have to knock on wood when you're in balance. And it's not about being perfect. God knows I am not perfect. I don't want to be perfect. It's not about being 100%. It's about moderation. If I'm putting 80% of those alkaline foods, you know, healthy fats, dark green leafy vegetables, cruciferous vegetables, sulfur-based vegetables, you know, green smoothies, green juices, raw soups, you know, salads, all these life-giving foods, alive foods like sprouts, right? Then you can have a piece of chocolate. You can have your coffee, right? It's not about deprivation, but if you are going to have the coffee, you need to have these things in your body that's going to allow it to deal with the acidic effects that those things are causing.
It's interesting because I was feeling really the worst on the 2-day detox on Wednesday and then on Thursday. And then literally by Friday, I actually started to feel better. And there were a few reasons. It was A, the detox. I was drinking more, way more water and the detox tea with turmeric, ginger, and lemon consistently for 48 hours. I was sleeping more because the detox was making me want to rest more. And I gave myself permission to do that. I slept more. And by Friday, it turned around. By the weekend, it turned around even more. And it's so interesting how then I came in here Monday, and the first thing I said is, well, maybe I need to go to urgent care and go on an antibiotic because that's what I'm conditioned to think that I should be doing.
Programmed.
When you specifically said, well, or maybe your body is just releasing all those things that it was holding in. I had not been eating really that well. I was reaching for more the sugary and the carbs, even though I had done the cleanse with you 3 or 4 times this year already. I still then, when you go off it, you kind of go back to a little bit of your old ways. So how do we combat that?
Well, this brings us to an important point, which is, yes, it's important to do a 7-day cleanse. I love to do them every season. When the seasons change, our bodies are no different. We're changing. I do the 2-day detox, everybody. If you haven't done it, you must do it.
Seriously.
I got to say, it's my favorite program. I've been doing this for over 10 years. I created this for myself, for my own life. You know, after birthday celebrations, after holidays. If I'm going on vacation, you want to lose a pound or 2. I mean, we had one person in our group who lost 5 pounds.
Yes, I saw that.
Yeah, and the amazing thing about it, it's a reboot. It's a rebooting your body. But here's the deal, is that detoxification, cleansing, while we want to do these things, you know, quarterly if it's the cleanse or, you know, monthly if it's a 2-day detox, you have to know that detoxification is a lifestyle. We need to do a little bit of detoxification every single day. Why? Because we are literally surrounded by toxins everywhere. We're bombarded by it. I mean, it's everywhere we go. It's in the air we breathe. It's the water we drink. It's in the food that we eat. The soils are depleted. So you have to look at your day and say, no matter what happens in my day, no matter how amazing I eat or how positive I am, or maybe I'm just going to be derailed this day. I'm way off course.
Right.
No matter what your day is, you need to have a core set of foundational elements that you're going to do from the moment you get up to the end of the day. That, number one, does not require a lot of time. Number two, is simple, easy to implement in a very busy, active life, which mine is, trust me.
Yeah.
So by the end of this day, even if you do have a bad diet day, you have had a core set of things that you did.
Right.
It starts with breathing. I mean, yeah,
We
you're going to
do
say,
this.
oh, he's talking about the breath, the oxygen. Are you
Well,
serious?
let's do it right now. Let's do the 365 breath right now. We're going to do it for you. If you guys want to stop and take, it's no time at all. Let's just do it really quick. Ready?
Okay, we're going to do one breath
Walk
because
us through.
I'd
We'll
rather,
just do it once.
I'd rather talk about more fun things.
But we want them to see what it is.
So when you do the breath, and this is how I start my day. People say, Daryl, you know, when you get up, how do you start your day? Number one, attitude of gratitude. It's like you should not get out of that bed, lift your head off that pillow without having something that you're grateful about. And I don't know, it might sound crazy to some people, but gratitude goes a long way. And when you have gratitude, it literally replaces so many different things in terms of like fear and anxiety. So you start with gratitude.
Okay.
I have a green juice, and then I go right
Which
into
is
my
this.
365 power breath.
Which is,
Yes.
I take this every day.
And the thing about this
Couple
that's
times a
amazing
day.
is one scoop equals
Daily
5
greens.
servings of organic greens. So before your day even starts, you're getting the 5 servings that your body needs.
Yep.
Now, you still got to eat your greens and all that, but I am literally bulletproofing my body before I even get out of my apartment.
It
It's amazing.
replaces my coffee. And I do still once in a while have coffee, but this gives me way more energy.
And you can have the coffee, and what people don't understand is that coffee is so acidic, it takes about 20 glasses of water, of regular water, to neutralize all the acid in that 1 cup of coffee. So if I have a glass of the daily greens, the Alkaline daily greens, before you have a cup of coffee, you're neutralizing everything.
Okay.
So give your body that advantage that it needs. So listen, if you want your coffee, have your coffee. People love their coffee. It's one thing I learned is don't tell people not to have their coffee.
Don't tell them not to.
Yeah. All right, so 365
Okay,
power
365.
breath. You always want to just be in a nice grounded state. So I try to get my body in an upright position. I'm relaxed. And then the 365 are the seconds. 3 will be the inhalation of seconds through the nose. 6 will be the holding of your breath for 6 seconds. 5 will be the exhalation of seconds out the mouth.
Okay.
All right? And again, if that is too much for you, then bring it down a little bit. You know, do 2-4-2, whatever it is. The whole goal here is to get oxygen deeper into your body, and just as important, get the waste product out, which is carbon dioxide gas.
Okay.
All right? You give your car fuel, gasoline, it gets rid of carbon monoxide, you're no different. So we have to get the exhaust out of our body, all right? And breathing is so important that 70% of the total acid load in your body is actually removed by your breath.
Wow.
So if you want to know what's the most powerful way to alkalize your body, it's not the food. It's oxygenation.
Yep.
If you want to prevent cancer, oxygenate your body because cancer hates oxygen. Cancer actually happens when the cells are deprived of oxygen because they're toxic, and it goes to a more primitive state called fermentation, and it starts to ferment sugar. So this breath, as simple as it might look and sound, is literally one of the most critical things that you can do for your day.
Okay, ready?
And for
Let's do it.
stress. Okay.
Ready?
So we're going to breathe in 3 seconds through the nose, hold it for 6, exhale 5 out the mouth. All right, and then ultimately you'll do that 10 repetitions. So here we go. Breathe in 3 seconds. Hold 6. Okay, and it was just a really nice, relaxing thing. All right, what you want to focus on is, you know, when we get stressed, how do we breathe? We go into fight and flight, and we freeze like a deer in
Frantic.
headed. Yeah, we breathe all these muscles up here. You want to get that breath deep down into the diaphragm. So when that breath comes in, the belly comes out. On the way out, the belly comes back in. So 365.
Okay.
It's simple. All right, then let's move on to hydration. All right,
Yeah.
as I'm drinking my water here.
I'm sipping as we go along.
All right, something that you hear me say on every 2-day detox, on every 7-day cleanse, the solution to pollution is dilution. Yes, you got it. I mean, literally, if you're getting all these toxins that are literally lodged in your tissues because your body has parked them there for safekeeping, they got to get out. So when you detoxify by breathing, by, you know, all the different types of alkaline foods, by the greens, the minerals, literally your lymphatic system pulls them out like a vacuum, and what does it do? It throws them back into the blood. And then what has to happen? Your blood needs to eliminate them via the kidneys, and your kidneys are your excretory organ. It's the one that gets all the stuff out. But if you're not hydrating, it's not going to happen. So if you're not getting at least 3 to 4 liters, yes, that's liters, not cups, everybody, of good hydration in your body every single day, your body's going to throw those toxins right back in.
Yeah.
So hydration is critical. And why do we say 3 to 4 liters? Because the average person loses 2.5 liters every single day. And that's just from life, walking, talking, sleeping, eating. So 3 to 4 liters, and ideally you want to have that water, not ideally, it's got to be filtered, right? Because when you look at tap water, there's over 316 contaminants in tap water. So again, 3 to 4 liters, and you want to alkalize your water. You want to supercharge your water. So whenever I'm drinking my water, there's a lemon slice in there. There is a dash of the daily greens. There's a scoop of the daily minerals. I mean, it's always changing. So throughout the day, my water is always a super food. It's always a super water because I want to have the best bang for my buck. And I want to help my body detoxify.
When I notice, I used to get migraines a lot. And I noticed that they would come more when I wasn't drinking enough water, and I didn't realize it was actually a lot had to do with dehydration.
A lot of it does. Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got breath, we've got
breath,
greens that we take, and water.
We've got hydration. We've got greens.
Yep.
So again, chlorophyll is the most powerful food on the planet. All right. If I was to pick one food, it's wheatgrass. Why? Wheatgrass. If you look at all the minerals in soil, all right, 102 of those minerals, how many do you find in wheatgrass? 102.
Wow.
All right. Why are dark green leafy vegetables so powerful? Because they're alkaline. All right. When I say alkaline, the purpose of eating alkaline, everybody, and this is really something I have to drive home today because there are so many misconceptions out there. People bashing the alkaline diet, and it's just because they have no idea about the science. And this is literally grounded in a true science, which is the reason why we eat alkaline, the reason why we have all these dark green leafy vegetables and green juices and smoothies is not to make your body more alkaline. It doesn't happen, everybody. Your body is static. The pH of your blood is always tightly regulated at 7.4.
Right.
How do you remember that?
That is a misconception. People
misconception.
talk about that all the time, and they blame that. They say, oh, this is not real because you can't change that.
Yeah,
You're not talking about changing that.
Exactly. They say, oh, there's no point in the alkaline diet or alkalizing your body because you can't change your pH. And you know what? You're right. You can change the pH. But what they don't understand is that the purpose of having all these alkaline-forming foods and decreasing the acid-forming foods is not to raise your pH. It's to actually prevent your body from having to do all the regulating. All right? What I mean by that, let me give you an example. Just like your temperature is regulated like a thermostat.
Yeah.
If I'm out in an iceberg, all right, I'm wearing a pair of shorts, what's going to happen?
I'm not.
If you walk outside in New York and it's cold, your body will start to shiver. Why?
It does, yes.
Why does it shiver? It's creating more energy to keep your body at 98.6. Because if you don't shiver, what happens? Your temperature starts to do this, and then you die.
Okay.
All right? So you got to get off the iceberg. So it works like a thermostat. And that's exactly what the pH does. So the pH, your body has 6 different buffering systems from your kidneys, your lungs, your adrenal glands, minerals, okay? And the reason why alkaline foods are so important for your blood pH is because they're loaded with minerals. And minerals is the number one most powerful way that your body actually neutralizes the toxins. So if I'm eating a piece of meat or a steak, what is the breakdown of that steak? Sulfuric acid. And it's a very powerful acid. So much so, if that acid goes through your kidneys, it's going to damage your kidneys. It's too powerful of an acid. And so what your body does, it takes a mineral salt, whether that's potassium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate, magnesium, calcium, and it binds to that sulfuric acid to make it a weaker acid. And now that it's a weaker acid, now your body can eliminate it through the kidneys, which is your detoxifying organ.
Okay.
So when I say you're testing your morning pH with the kidneys, it should always be acidic. Why? Because it's getting all the acid out.
Okay.
All right. So many of these people who think they really are like the gurus in the alkaline world, they're saying your urine pH should be 7.2 to 7.4. No, it shouldn't. It should always be slightly acidic. Why? Because you're measuring what your body's excreting. So back to blood pH, which is your blood pH, just like your temperature, works like a thermostat. And the whole purpose of having all these alkaline-forming foods, drinking the daily greens, hydrating, is to prevent your buffering system from having to spend so much energy to do all the work to neutralize the acid. Okay. So you're literally taking the stress off of the buffering system so your body can live. Your body can react.
And I've noticed a difference measuring mine in the past year, full year since I've been using the greens and the minerals.
Yep.
So that's amazing. Okay, what else?
Healthy fats is a big one.
Okay.
All right, we got to really
Coconut
increase.
oil.
Yeah, we got coconut oil, avocados. Oils are the big ones. Extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, black cumin seed oil, MCT oil. Increase the fats, everybody. I aim to have 7 to 10 servings of healthy fats every single day,
Okay.
and it's 10 o'clock on the nose. So
And it's 10 o'clock on the
I got to
nose.
run, everybody. We will continue this conversation.
Yes.
I have a meeting with my PR firm about the launch of
About this
the
book.
Get Off Your Acid book, which launches, everybody, January 9th. You can pre-order this on Amazon right now. Just
So
Google.
excited. It's pretty
And,
cool.
Sorry to
Lots
stop so
of
abruptly,
fun things.
but
no, it's fine.
we will
This
carry
is
the
what
conversation.
we do.
This is great.
You're going to go. I'm going to close out. Thank you for joining us today. Get Off Your Acid TV Live. We will try to come back to you next Tuesday. We will alert you in advance so you know.
Yes.
We aim for every Tuesday at 10:30 a.m. And if we can, and if we can't, we'll let you know.
And
Bye,
please
everybody.
drop us some notes, some comments
Absolutely.
below. Let us know what you thought. If there's anything you want to hear, and if you have any questions, please let us know. I'm happy to answer whatever questions you
And
have.
the cleanse that we talked about, it's 7 days. It's going to go on sale as of the 12th of December. And we're going to have a lot of fun things coming up,
You'll hear more about
promos
it.
and things as well. So stay tuned and we'll see you soon.
Get off your acid,
And I'm
everybody.
going to close you out. Bye.